Well, good morning, everybody. I decided I wanted some good old-fashioned uh, tuna salad. I was going to make a tuna salad sandwich. And then I figured, well, you know what? Maybe other people would like to see how country folk make tuna salad. So that's what we're doing today. We're making some tuna salad. And first of all, I'm over here. I just went out and harvested a couple of leaves of my lettuce out of the garden. So I'm just giving it a quick rinse. And I tried not to get too big of leaves because I didn't want it to take over my sandwich. I just like a little bit of lettuce on my sandwich. And I've already got 2 eggs boiling in my pot over here. So while that's boiling, I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion, not much. I've already got one peeled because I was working with some onions a couple of days ago. So I went ahead and peeled them and put them in there. And I've got my cup of coffee. This is, by the way, this is my second cup this morning. So it's pretty good. Get my knife out of here. Normally I'd have all this done first, but with my back the way it is, I just kind of didn't do that this time. So, and I had one of my viewers say, well, you need to show in your videos how you cut up stuff, because some young people may be watching your videos and they've never cut up an onion, or they've never peeled a potato, or so I said, okay, well, I can do that, no problem. But like I said, I've got 2 eggs over here on that little pot, and they're boiling. And I'm going to let them boil and cook while I chop up my onion. Get some little something to put my onion in. Like I said, I don't want much, but I do want a little bit of onion in my tuna salad. And I probably fix tuna salad like nobody else. Now, I didn't fix it this way when my kids was growing up because, like I said, my son would not eat an onion. He would not eat anything that, if I put this onion in a tuna salad, he wouldn't touch it. So I fixed it a little bit different when my kids were growing up. And I'm only using 1 can of tuna, so, I'm not going to put much onion in there. These 2 little pieces that I'm chopping up is probably all I'm going to put in there. And I try to chop it up as fine as possible. Yeah, I think that little bit of onion is going to be plenty. That's probably about 1/8 of an onion. For you, those of you who want to know exactly how much it is. Now you can double or triple your recipe. That's up to you. Like I said, I'm just fixing it for me today, so I'm not fixing that much tuna salad. I'm just using 1 can. Got to open my can of tuna. And I do need to get me a bowl to put that in. Well, this one will probably be big enough. this little glass bowl. But like always, or since I've been feeding little buddy, I'm going to save him the juice, the water or the oil from the can of tuna, because he loves it on his food. And I've got his little bowl right here that I'm just going to drain that juice in. Because let's face it, he's a cat. He loves fish. And anything you put tuna water on or oil on, he loves. I just kind of mash the lid down in there so I can kind of squeeze the water out. And usually can pop that lid right back up. And you might say, well, 1 can of tuna is not much. But like I said, this is just for me. I don't want tons of tuna salad. I just took a notion I wanted a tuna salad sandwich for lunch today. I didn't eat breakfast. And it was getting late, so I didn't want to fool with making any breakfast this morning. And I said a tuna salad sandwich just sounded so good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my onion in there. I'm going to put, now you can put sweet pickle relish if you want. This is the next thing to pickle relish. This is my chow chow that I canned last year. And it's a pickle relish just like sweet pepper, only it's made with tomatoes. There's no no cucumbers in there. It's all green tomatoes that I make my chow chow with. And I've got video up a while back how I made it. And I'm only putting about a tablespoon of that in there. Don't need much with just 1 can of tuna. I'm going to put mayo. Some people like to use salad dressing. That's up to you. Sometimes I use it. Sometimes I just just fix regular mayonnaise. And I'm going to put about a good tablespoon of mayo in there. You don't need too much. And I may add a little bit later. I don't know, after I put my eggs in there. Because yes, I do put eggs in my tuna salad. I'm going to put a dash of salt. And just a sprinkle of pepper. And take me a sip of coffee. Or 2 sips. Y'all have a sip. But now I need to go check on my eggs, and I think they should be done. So I'm going to try to cool them down. I'm just going to run some cold water on them in the pot. Because I don't want them to burn my hand whenever I try to peel them and chop them up. Let them sit there just a minute. Let them cool off. If you have 3 or 4 people, you know, that you've got to make sandwiches for, just double it. You put two or 3 cans of tuna in there, and then add your mayo and your mayonnaise and your pickle relish and your onions and other stuff as you need to, according to how much more tuna fish you use. Now I'm going to see if these things are ready. And I keep a container over here that I'm putting my eggshells in. But see, once you boil them and you immediately put cold water on them and just leave it run on them, look how easy they peel. Easiest thing in the world. Still a little hot inside, but it was cool enough on the outside I could cut it up or chop it up a little bit. Don't need to cut it up too small, but I do want my eggs chopped. And don't make a mess like I just did. I just dropped half my egg on the counter. And I'm going to do the other one the same way. See how easy that peeling comes right off? If you'll take that pot, immediately put it under the cold water and run cold water on it to cool them down a little bit, it somehow releases the egg from the shell and you don't have any problem peeling it. Some people use ice water, or they'll put ice in their water. I don't do that. I just run the cold tap water on it, and it does the same thing. Now, see if I can do this a little different and not string it all over the counter. Just take it from the cutting board and put it in there. And some of you may say, ooh, putting eggs, boiled eggs in tuna salad is gross. Well, no, it's not. That's the way a lot of people did years ago. When they were able to buy tuna fish. Because let's face it, not everybody had the money to spend on the cans of tuna fish. But they may have been able to go out in their backyard and get an egg. Because a lot of people had their own chickens. Where you couldn't do that to get tuna fish. Now, I've got all my ingredients in there, so I'm just going to stir it up, mix it up. And I didn't want too much mayo in there because I don't want it like too loose. I want it to be a thick, kind of a thick salad. And the boiled egg, the yolk of it will, it'll soak up a little bit of the mayo, so it's not quite as soupy. You can determine the thickness of it whenever you make it. You may want to put a little bit less mayo in it or a little bit more. It's up to you. But I just mix it up real good. And let me go over here and toast my bread. I've got the bread in the toaster. I just didn't push it down to turn it on. Oh man, my hip is hurting. I don't think I'll need any more mayo. And I'll not need any more onion or relish, so I can put that up. But let's face it, people that lived out in the country years ago, they didn't have a lot of money to spend. They didn't have a lot of money to spend to buy canned tuna fish. So if they had a family of 3 or 4 or 5 people, which most of them did, if they could afford to buy 1 or 2 cans of tuna fish, they couldn't afford to buy much else. So they boiled eggs and added to their tuna fish to kind of stretch it out, make the tuna fish go further, so they could make more sandwiches with it. And like I said, because most people had chickens in their backyard, they could go out back and gather their eggs and not have to go to the store and pay for them. So that's one reason that came about, of putting your eggs in your tuna salad. And I had picked some lettuce yesterday and I put it in my refrigerator after I washed it. And I didn't think to put it down in the vegetable bin. And I took it out a little while ago and it had frozen. So I just put that little bit of lettuce over in the container there to put in the compost. And I went out and picked me a couple more leaves, just enough to go on my sandwich. But don't that look good? I mean, that's old-fashioned tuna salad right there. I got 1 can of tuna fish, drained, of course. And then I've got 2 boiled eggs. I've got about maybe an eighth of an onion chopped. I've got about a tablespoon of chow chow, which you would probably use pickle relish, sweet pickle relish in yours. Or some people may like dill relish. I don't know. I always buy sweet relish. But if I have my chow chow that I make, I'll use that instead of a pickle relish I buy at the store. So I come over here and I got my toasted bread. And my toaster, for some reason, toasted pretty brown. And if I change the setting, a lot of times it doesn't get it brown enough. So I just leave it. I start putting my lettuce on. And I can't wait to be able to fix a fresh BLT. I mean, bacon, lettuce, and tomato when your tomato and your lettuce is right out of your garden. That is the best in the world. Now I'm going to start adding my tuna fish to my sandwich. I mean, I'll get probably maybe four more sandwiches out of this tuna salad that I made. But don't that look good? Now I need my knife and I threw it in here. Oh. But there y'all go. Homemade country tuna salad. Y'all take a bite. Don't that look good? Ah! I just dropped part of it. Fell out of my sandwich. That was good, y'all. That is good. So, y'all might want to try a good old country chicken salad. I'm not chicken salad, tuna salad. It's really good. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of my mess. I'm going to sit over here and eat my sandwich, drink my cup of coffee, and then I'm going to lay back down and rest my lower back a little bit more. It's feeling better and better every day, but it still hurts when I'm up on my feet for more than about 5 or 10 minutes. So, yeah, try you some country tuna salad. I think you'll like it. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning or this midday. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye now.